What's going on? It's MyCraven coming to you with another video. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button, and also leave a comment in the comment section. So, ladies, women, females, spoil me. That seems to be a subject you all love to hear. You all want to be spoiled. But is that something do you think you really need? From a man's perspective, a lot of men, they think, spoiling is great. And that's to be expected because anytime someone is spoiled, they're getting their way. So we live in a society where there's a lot of individuals who are just flat out selfish and they want things their way. So if they can get things their way, they're going to accept that. And they're going to agree with that type of philosophy or teaching because they're going to benefit from it. And I always say, anything that's spoiled, we generally don't want it. We've seen plenty of times where a child has gotten their way out in public and they continuously get their way. And then when they don't get their way, they throw a tantrum. They act all kinds of ways. So this actual type of behavior doesn't just stop. And this is why I say a lot of people just simply don't look at the time frame and how time progresses and what continuously keeps happening and the stages that these individuals end up going towards and end up doing. They don't pay that part any attention. And that's in large part they refuse to pay that any attention because it doesn't fit their narrative. So as a woman, if you want to be continuously spoiled or spoiled in general, and you think there's nothing wrong with it, you're actually sadly mistaken. There's always going to be something wrong with it because anything that's spoiled is a result of something that's never any good. Even if you go way back into war and they would say, oh, we took the spoils. Someone lost. There was a loss there. And now these individuals are left over and they either became slaves or secondary wives within that. And that wasn't even a good thing. So to say, oh, okay, spoil me. I want you to buy me this and buy me that. Okay, you're buying this and you're buying that. Where's the benefit there? We all know that anytime you get something and continuously get something you don't have to work for, you take things for granted. I mean, I see it so many times where parents turn around and say, I did this for my child and I did that for my child. And they don't never do such and such and such. Spoiling in the spoiling stages is always a good thing for the one who's being spoiled. They never really look at it like, okay, this was a bad thing. And then when it really hits the fan, I've heard that line so many times and so many times again from various people where, well, it's not my fault. You the one did it. It's like, where is the accountability here? You reap the benefits, and then when it's exposed to you that this hasn't been a benefit for everyone as a whole, it's just a benefit for you to get what you want and get your way. And now that we really want to start having to deal with accountability and other various issues, you then deflect and turn around and say, well, you did it. This is when it comes to spoiling, that is the wrong side of the manipulation. And I said there's good forms of manipulation when everyone involved benefits and the benefit is equal. Like a man spoiling a woman, there really isn't an equal benefit there, especially with a lot of how you all do now. a lot of women will turn around and withhold sex, and guys turn around, I do this, and man, I still can't get over some of these guys that I know of who bought their wife a car and they couldn't even drive the car, let alone you're married to this individual and she's not even working, and she's holding the car hostage from you and you're the one paying for it. I'm sorry, but that's one of those, not on my watch. I'd take that car back so fast. Like, I don't know what you thought this was. You gonna dictate, you gonna manipulate to get with. And there's a few instances where I heard the guys talking about they couldn't even sleep with their own wife, but they just got them a car. And man, the amount of times I heard that, which is far, that definitely goes past one hand that I can count. Just like, man, ridiculous. That is not, you all need to understand that is not good behavior. It's not good behavior. Because you're getting something in a manipulating fashion. And I hear this also a lot when it pertains to wanting to be spoiled. And one of the biggest manipulating lines is broke or cheap. What you cheap? You can't afford it. So in order to get what you want, you would shame another individual so you could end up getting it. That's very narcissistic. That's narcissistic behavior. It's selfish behavior. Because you want it to revolve around you. How does that benefit the man? Really think about it. Even if you gave him sex, how does that benefit him? Because he bought this and that, and that's what you decide to do. If you're not enhancing and bringing in more than what you're requiring, or you're not helping generate more than what you're requiring, you're a liability. Man can go out here and get sex from anybody if he wanted to. So if you're saying, well, you giving him sex or you giving him children and you deserve blah, blah, blah. That's not a feasible answer. It's really not a feasible answer. It's like, okay, I could easily go get that from somewhere else without all the extra hassle and headache. Easy. You being spoiled is not a benefit for him. It's generally just a benefit for you, which it's just not. It's not good. It really is not good. And if that's all you want to do, then don't try to throw the man under the bus or try to manipulate and say he broke because you want to get your way. That is childlike behavior, which would then mean you're being immature because you're acting like a child to get your way. That you go to great lows to shame a man in order to get your way. Now, honestly, I wouldn't suggest any man to put up with that mess, to be perfectly honest. I just wouldn't. And if that's what he decides to do, then that is on him. But there's nothing good about being spoiled. I don't drink spoiled milk. I don't eat spoiled food. It make you sick. It darn near kill you. In a lot of instances, when it comes to that spoiling a woman, blah, 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 a lot of guys find themselves being killed in divorce court. Yeah. So you want to subject yourself to that, fellas, by all means, shower them or whatever. That's your business. But in the end, it's not gonna be as favorable. Man, some of the faces that are coming to my mind of guys that I know who did that, and they are no longer married, and then she's throwing this old sob story about how she was mistreated. Y'all women have to stop doing this mess. Y'all really got to stop doing this mess. Because Yeah, a lot of you all have been empowered, all right. You've been empowered to be all about you and not actually all about the family. And the family starts with him. It doesn't start with your children. It starts with him. You have those children because he implanted them into you. And that became his seed, and you are the beneficiary of anything that goes along with him. Now, I'm not talking about the guys who ain't doing nothing, ain't about nothing. No. The guys who are really legit trying to build their family, and you want to take advantage to be pampered, spoiled, and do everything else how you call it. That's just not it, man. It's not it. And with that being said, it's Will MyCraven. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, and enjoy your day.